Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. There are so many good memories from my wedding, but one, actually two, moments that really stand out. Our priest shared information from letters that he had us write to each other. He discussed kind of what we had written about to each other, and that was a really special way I felt like leading into the vows, because it just made me feel super connected to my husband, who was physically right next to me, but there's so many people in the church that it was a really special kind of quiet moment for the two of us. And then the other best part was walking down the aisle hand in hand as, a married couple for the first time, and feeling the support and love from our families and our friends.
Love is not love, which alter when it alteration finds, or bends with the remove or to remove. I think a lot of people, when they get married, think they will change the person the way they want them to be. And that does not always work. And when it does, I don't think that's a happy marriage.
Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken.
The thing that has gotten my husband and I through 33 years of marriage is basically his sense of humor and my ability to handle it. He's always made me laugh, even through thick and thin, and we've had a few ups and downs in our marriage, and he's always made me laugh through them. It is with humor and faith and sheer optimism that has got us through.
It is the star to every wandering bark.
A line from the movie that came to me is the Jerry Maguire movie, where she has a line in there that says, "You complete me." That's kind of what our relationship, a marriage, I think of it as. You want that person to be the best person they can be, and that sees us through all the hardships that you have. I guess for my husband, I feel like what grounds us in that is our faith. There's somebody bigger than us that is helping and guiding us through those hardships and those happy moments. And hopefully that serves as a good example for our kids as they continue their lives and their life with us as a family.
Whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken.
He is my best friend, and we're always content in each other's company. We're like two sides of a coin in that he's always upbeat and I'm always stressed, so he calms me down, which is wonderful. When we go for walks, which we love to do together, he insists on walking on the roadside of the path to save me from the splashes of carriages, as he calls it. Will also sometimes make my lunch when I'm running late in the morning, make my sandwich, and if he does, he'll always take the time to cut it in a heart shape, which makes me smile when I open my lunch every time. He tells people that he makes me breakfast, he cooks me breakfast every morning, and they all think he's so wonderful. The only thing I have for breakfast is a cup of tea, so go figure. He's just a great person, and he's just good for me, and I love him very much.
Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. So Craig and I met when I was 22 and he was 29, so I was like a wee little baby person. And when we met, I was struck by him in an instant. We actually met on an airplane, and he sat next to me and it was really wonderful the whole flight. Over the past 10 years of knowing him, my love for him has only grown. He is my companion, he's my adventurer, and every single day I discover something new about being his best friend, being his permanent roommate, and he's really the Watson to my Sherlock.
Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom.
I think the biggest thing for love being eternal is that people remember you. The easiest way to do that is to have children. And so I think my wife and I try to be examples of love to each other, and then we'll try to be examples of love to our children, starting with our baby Emily. I think a lot of that is faithfulness, devotion, and then sacrifice. Is that we're looking to model Christ to one another in being servants to one another in this life, so that our love lives on, not just now, but forever.
If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved.
So what is love? The church defines it as actively willing the good of the other as another. For me, that manifests itself in sacrifice. I sacrifice for my wife, and she sacrifices for me. The way that it manifests itself in our marriage, I think there are times when neither of us want to do what it is that we're required to do to sacrifice for each other. Whether it's waking up early, whether it's taking the dog for a walk, and choosing to say, you had a hard day, I'm going to take this on myself. My wife does things for me at the end of a long day, and I try to do whatever I can to make her life as easy as possible. So sometimes that involves me putting her needs before mine, and sometimes it involves her putting my needs before hers.